Epic Boom!
Hello guys, and welcome back to another deck profile. Today we're still using ZamaFu, my bad. We're still using ZamaFu, but I made some changes. I'm running the Goku engine on ZamaFu, not Fu. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this deck profile, and yeah, enough chit chatting. So I'm pretty sure most of you already know what ZamaFu does, but if you don't, if you can just like, you know, autofocus that, my dude, you know, that would be fantastic. Come on, there you go. Active main, choose once per turn, choose one card in your life and place it in the dropper. If that card you place in the dropper with the skill was blue, draw a card. So if it's a blue, draw. And when your life is 2 or less, you may draw 2 cards to flip them over. The Awakening, Absolute God Fuse Zamas. Permanent, if damage is inflicted to your life, place 5 cards from the top of your deck in a drop area, and if it's like double strike or triple strike, you place, you know, for doubles 10, triple 15, you know, etc. And when he swings, he draws a card. Almost every leader does that in the game. And yeah, just keep in mind his effect, his permanent effect, will be very handy shortly. But anyways, on to the deck itself. First we're gonna talk about the extra cards. We're running 4 Weaves Coercions. It's a basically negate, you know, play the negate, you know, negate attack and switch one of your energies into active mode. One of the best negates in the game, in my opinion. You run 4 of those. 4. Next up, for ejection, even though we're not trying to ramp, it's good to ramp. It's good to have a lot of energy on the field. We're running 4. Effect is active main. Choose one of your energies and add it to your hand. No, choose whatever one card from your hand and add it to your energy. Jeez, goodness me. Running 4 of these. Fantastic, very good. Next up, we're running 3 Mafubas because you can never go wrong with a Mafuba. It's a 2-drop. Counter battle card attack. Jeez. Negate this attack and place this card on the attacking card at the end of the opponent's next turn. Place this card and only this card in the drop here. As long as this card is stacked on top of another card, that card is not treated as a battle card and its skills cannot be activated. So it's a dead card. Nothing. Really good. Run 3 of these Mafubas. Some of you might know, some of you might, you know, find out like some of these cards are very similar from my last deck. Yes, but there are some changes I made into this deck. It's not all just, you know, it's not all identical. But anyways, we're running 3 Courageous Heart Yajirobe. Fantastic card. The 2-drop 5k has blocker and revenge. What more do you want? You know, if your opponent's trying to swing with a big monster, you can just, you know, put this guy in rest mode and basically KO that big old monster. Great defensive card. I love it very much because it will just my opponent will hesitate to attack me while I have Yajirobe, and yeah. Next up, running 4 Majin the 5 War Supreme Kai. The 2-drop 5k has a barrier and permanent. You can use this card to pay energy cost even when it's in your battle area. It's the very first card that has this kind of effect. I love it. If you don't have objection, but you do have this girl in your hand, you can play her. And yeah, really good card. If you don't have objection, or if you do have objection, but you still want to place a card in your hand, place one of your cards in your hand and place in the energy area. But yeah, I love her very much. She's fantastic. Next up, we're running 4 of these Supreme Kai Gowasus. It's a 1-drop 5k auto. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards from the top of every deck and choose up to 1 god among them and add it to your hand. Really good, since the majority of the cards in this deck are gods. You won't ever like whiff. You know, you always find a god. Hopefully you find a god with the effect. If you don't, then that sucks, my dude. Next up, we're running 2 of these Universe Leader Grand Supreme Kai. It's a 2-drop 10k auto. When you play this card, choose up to 1 battle card other than Grand Supreme Kai with a name that includes Supreme Kai from your deck and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Really good card to search for Gowasu, Gowasu or West Supreme Kai. Really good card to have, but most of the time I use this energy. But hey, if you don't have Gowasu or the West Supreme Kai, but you do have Grand Supreme Kai, you can play him, search for Gowasu or a Supreme Kai. Really good. I just run 2 of those. Next up, this super combos. I am running 2 each of the super combos. Running 2 Kibito Kais and 2 Piccolos. I like to have, I don't know, I'm very fond of Kibito Kai now. Back in my old video, I should just bash him like, man, he's the worst one out of the 2, which he is. But like, if your opponent's trying to go for game, just combo with everything they have, you can at least bounce one back and hopefully you can out combo that attack. But anyways, if you don't know what the auto effect does, I'll let you read it. But hey, it's basically if your life is 4 or less, you may this card gains 10,000 combo power and draw a card. If your leader card's a blue, so yeah. Next up, hold up, there you go. Next up, we're running 2 Fuse Zamas. It's a 4-drop, 20k. You can Unipator for 2 blue, and auto. When you play this card, if your leader card is Zama, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of the deck, and cards stacked under it are placed in the drop area. The reason I like this card instead of Beerus is because for Beerus you have to have 5 energy in order to use his effect, but for Fuse Zamas you don't have to have that type of restriction. You can just play it, even though it doesn't get KO'd. It's still good because it gets placed in the bottom of the deck. And secondly, we're running 2 Piccolos the Strategist. The 4-drop, 20k. I don't know if you can see that or not. It has critical, barrier, and active main. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and with energy cost equal or less than your energy and KO that. Then for the duration of the game, negate this skill. So really good effect. The only problem with him is you have to have a certain amount of energy. That's the only problem for him if he wants to KO bigger monsters. But other than that, critical and barrier, that's fantastic. It's better than Beerus in my opinion. But running 2 of those. But if you have Piccolo, if you have 4 Piccolo, I would honestly suggest removing Fuse Zamas and just adding 2 more Piccolos. But hey, that's just me. Next up, the whole combo. We're moving on to the ZamaFu combo. We're running 3 Joyful Strike Goku Black Rose, a 6-drop, double strike, auto. When you play this card, if your leader card is Zamas or Goku Black, you may inflict 2 damage to your life, and if you do so, choose up to 6 of your energies and switch them to active mode. So the whole combo, the whole thing about Zamas, since Zamasu, his permanent effect is damage inflicted to your life. Place 5 cards from the top of your deck in the drop area. Well, Rose, you can use the Rose's effect even if you have a Zamasu Awakening. Use the effect, mill 10 cards from the top of your deck into the drop area, and retap 6, which is fantastic, really good. And the other card that you will want to have, or the other card that you would like to combo with while you use Goku Black's effect is Fu. It's a 10-drop. You can overrun for 6. Has double strike and auto. When you play this card using overrun, your opponent cannot activate skills on cards other than the leader's cards until the beginning of my next turn. Really good effect. I always keep forgetting that that my opponent can't activate any effects until my next turn. Even though it's their turn, they can't activate any other effects. And that does mean super combos. Don't get me started with people saying that, oh, you know, food doesn't negate super combo. It does negate it. It doesn't negate the key word super combo, but it does negate the auto effect for it. So yeah, if someone's just like, hey fam, you can't negate my super combo, yes you can. Even though it's worded weirdly in the official website for it, but trust me, food negates super combos. They're autos, not the keyword super combo. But anyways, the whole combo is basically having food awaken, you know, using Goku Black Rose, mill out 10 cards, place them in a drop here, retap 6, and then, you know, overround for 10, and then, you know, play Fu and just try to swing for game. That's a whole combo for that, my dude. And it's a really good one as well. I really do enjoy it. That's the whole, you know, combo, and now on to the Goku engine. We're running 4 Kai Saiyan Son Gokus. Auto, when you play this card, look at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck and choose up to 1 blue Son Goku among them, add to your hand and shuffle your deck. Really good. It searches for all the blue Gokus in this deck. I really do enjoy it. You should always run 4 of these, no matter what. Next up, we're running 3 Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku Maximum Energy. It's a 5-drop, 20k. You can evolve for 4, double strike and auto. When a card evolves into this card gains dual attack for the duration of the turn. So it's a really good effect, really good card. But if you have Rapid Onslaught, I would suggest running Rapid Onslaught. But you know, your boy doesn't have that kind of money to pay 25 bucks for one card. I'm sorry, but if you have Rapid Onslaught, then run him instead of Maximum Energy. But if you don't have him, Maximum Energy is next best thing. But either way, it's a double strike dual attack if you do evolve. So that's what I enjoy. And next up, we're running 3 Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. It's a 7-drop, 25k. You can EX evolve for 1 blue and place 2 cards from your hand in a drop area. And it has double strike and permanent. Your opponent cannot activate counter against this card's attack, which is really good. And auto, when this card attacks, choose up to 5 battle cards in your energy and combo with them. That's a really good effect. If you say, for example, you know, you're just trying to go for game and you don't have the other card, but you don't have any, you know, cards to combo with, you can combo with your energy, which is really good. You know, super combos do, I think, right? I think they do have effect. Right. Yes. So if you have a super combo in your energy, their effects do activate while using Spirit Bombs Goku, and same thing with the other cards as well. So really good card. I would run 3 of these. But if you have, the reason why I'm not running Ultra Instinct is because I feel like Ultra Instinct, even though Ultra Instinct is a really good card, don't get me wrong, it's just that it would just be overkill, you know? But yeah, this is why I run Spirit Bomb instead of Ultra Instinct. But if you want to run Ultra Instinct, you can. It's up to you. I would totally understand that. Lastly but not least, the 2 Kaio-Kens. It's a 9-drop, 35k. You can EX and place 1 card from your hand in a drop area. It has double strike and auto. When a card evolves to this card for the duration of the game, for the turn I mean, you cannot lose the game and the opponent cannot win the game. So really good effect, because say you only have 10 cards in your hand, right, and you already have Spirit Bomb Goku, you know, in the field. You can play Kaio-Ken, you know, EX evolve with Kaio-Ken and play, you know, Goku Black, use the effect and mill out the top 10. You know, even though you're milled out, you're still in the game, which is really good in my opinion. Same thing, and his Goku and Kaio-Ken's last effect is basically active main. Choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your hand, and then switch this card to active mode. So I see people saying that, oh, you should always awaken at 1, you know, which is, I understand that you should always awaken at 1, but there's some, sometimes you can't, you can't awaken at 1. If you do, you basically lose the game. And the good thing about it is because ZamaFu awakens at 2, so you have 2 cards of energy, correct? But you won't be able to play them whatsoever. You won't be able to, draw them whatsoever. They're always going to be, in your life. But with Kaio-Ken, you can choose 2 of your life, add it to your hand, and switch them back to active mode, which is really good. I do enjoy doing that effect, because once you have ZamaFu awaken, your 2 life, you won't be able to draw from them. It's just they won't have any use whatsoever. But with Kaio-Ken though, you can choose 2 cards from your life, add it to your hand, and then switch it to active mode and swing again. So yeah. Anyways, that's the whole deck. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I really do. If you like these type of deck profiles, especially with Fu right here, I love me some Fu. Not Fu, jeez, ZamaFu. Goodness me, ZamaFu, not Fu. Whatever. Anyways, if you want me to make more ZamaFu decks in a future video, or you want me to make other deck profiles, I will. Don't get me wrong, I'm not only gonna just run Fu. I'm gonna make other deck profiles besides Fu. But anyways, enough rambling. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.